Hello everyone, my name is Sarai Lincoln and welcome to my channel. In today's video, I want to talk about things I wish I knew before getting married in my early 20s. For those who don't know, I am turning 24 and actually just a couple days on June 27th, and I am married. I've been married for almost 2 years now. On September will be our second year that we've been married by the grace of God. And let's go ahead and jump right into the points that I want to talk about on this video. And the first point is that your parents don't have to approve of your relationship for you to marry your partner. I know this might be a really hard one for many of you because many of us have the dream and the desire to marry a partner that our parents approve or that they welcome with open arms, and unfortunately that's not the case for many of us. And it's not that your partner is a bad person, or it's not that you should not marry them, but I would say that many parents actually have really unrealistic expectations, and they have their own dream on the person or the man or woman that you should marry, and that should not dictate if you marry your partner or not. I think that marrying your partner is a decision between you and God and your partner. And to my second point, stop looking for signs or prophetic words from strangers. That's something that I wish somebody would have told me. Thankfully, by the grace of God, I married such a wonderful man. But I would say that there was people in my life, prophets, pastors, that were constantly bringing confusion to my life and my relationship of the person I am with. And just because they were not approving of it, or because God told them so, I would truly say that that is dangerous to rely on a man or a stranger or a prophet to determine if you should be with your partner or not, because both ways could go wrong. Even if it say you should or should not, that should not be what guides you into making a decision, but more so the fruits of your partner. And that actually is my third point. And my third point is, don't stop at the label Christian. Look for the fruits. That is what matters more than somebody just claiming to love God or just simply going to church, meeting some church attendance. Their fruits, their character, how they treat their family, the fruits from the Holy Spirit that you could only see really with time. It's what's gonna tell you a lot more if that person truly has a relationship with Christ, or if that person simply has the label or claims to be Christian. And jumping to my fourth point, don't mistake anxiety or peace as a sign from God. I struggle with that a lot during my relationship before heading to marriage, and a lot of it because of the environment, the people I was listening to, the advices or opinions of others. I was hearing too many opinions instead of focusing what I needed to focus, and that caused a lot of anxiety and in my relationship. Also because I did came from a background of having toxic relationships or unhealthy relationships, and not only romantic, but just people, loved ones that were just not healthy. So I have experienced things that were pretty normalized all my daily life. And my partner was so different. So different. He was not chaotic. He was actually so peaceful. And that for me was like danger. I couldn't tell if that was good or not because I was so accustomed to the people that I was surrounded with and their behavior that caused the feeling of anxiety in my relationship. So, therefore, I will ask God for peace a lot in my relationship because I needed some sort of emotional sign. But I didn't realize that the feelings that I was feeling, it was not due to God giving some sort of sign, but more so a lot of unresolved issues and trauma and unhealed wounds and things that I needed to do some work. Thankfully, I didn't determine my feelings to dictate if I should or not marry my partner. Thank God, truly. But I know that many of you do rely on your feelings as a sign, and your feelings could be really deceiving and lie to you of what the reality actually is. So I would just really advise you to do self-reflection to really discern if this is something that maybe you should take therapy, and maybe you should read a book and go more into that topic about relationships or healing. Whatever applies to you, I would simply just not take your emotions as a sign from God. The fifth point, this concept is very much misunderstood in Christianity and in marriage in general for both men and women, in my opinion, and it's about submission. So my fifth point is that if you desire a man that leads, you have to learn what biblical submission is. And I had to learn that if there is no wife that follows, then there's simply not a leader. Understanding that biblical submission and God's design for both men and women is actually very beautiful, and it overall reflects the example of God's love for us. Like, a man is meant to love in such a sacrificial way, and a woman is meant to support her husband and follow their leadership and support one another and serve one another. And I think when you understand in a biblical standpoint, and that this could be another video if you are interested on this specific topic, there is so much beauty when both the man and the woman in a relationship, especially in marriage, practice this. And I wish I could have understand this early on before getting married. I would have avoided simply some early issues in my marriage. I mean, I was really resistant of that topic and of that concept in general. I didn't like just the thought of a man telling me what to do, to be honest, but that's just simply because I didn't have a good example in church or at home growing up. I didn't understand what leadership, like healthy leadership, and a woman that follows leadership looks like. So not understanding it, it made me really resistant on that concept. But now, by the grace of God, I can see the beauty of it, and now practicing it, it's something that I'm continuously learning every day, and I'm not perfect at it, but I wish I knew before I got married. The sixth point on this video is that you will never be fully ready to be a wife or a husband, but for more so for my woman audience, you will never be fully ready. Truly, I really thought that I could prepare, but it was not until I got married that I was like, oh, so this is the things that I have to learn about. And it's like riding a bike. You will only build confidence by doing it at least the second time you gain more confidence. So anything that you do for the first time, you will never feel fully ready. And that's okay. That's okay. I think that having a partner that is graceful, that's why I'm talking about the fruits. Having a partner that is graceful and patient with you, it's a good start in marriage, because there's so much things that you both have to learn, and truly you would just never learn until you get married. And my last point is that some healing can only happen in relationships. So before I got married, I really tried to do as much work on myself to be prepared or healed, and I really thought I was, but it was not until I got married that I understood that marriage sometimes could be a mirror. It will expose a lot of the things that were hidden, and for me it was a lot of emotional work that I needed to do, and thankfully I was able to work those things in marriage. And what I'm trying to say is that don't expect to be perfect or fully healed before you get married. I personally had normalized a lot of the things that I was actually struggling with, and I confused my just me being comfortable and the peace that I was feeling in my state of life and emotionally as a sign that I was healed. But honestly, I later on noticed that I was simply suppressing a lot of those things, and that carried on into my marriage, and those things were exposed. And I think it's a part of it. It's definitely a part of it. So I'm not telling you for you to be scared of that, but more so understand that marriage is sharps you. Like, it's like iron sharpens iron. Like, it will expose a lot of deep things, but it is a part of it, and it's a beautiful part of marriage as well. That's it for this video. This was 7 things I wish I knew before getting married in my early 20s. If anything that I have spoke about resonated with you, please let me know in the comments. If there's anything that you want to add to this list, or if you want to do a part 2, let me know in the comments. Make sure to like this video and subscribe to this channel. I appreciate if you stay this far, and I will see you in the next video.